explore the unmatched power of Russia's Satan II, also known as the RS-28 Sarmat missile, one of the world's most destructive intercontinental ballistic missiles. In this detailed analysis, we uncover the missile's astonishing capabilities, including its 18,000-kilometer range, hypersonic speed, and nuclear payloads that make it a formidable deterrent. Learn how President Vladimir Putin's deployment of Satan II is a calculated response to NATO expansion and Western provocation in the Ukraine conflict. This video dives deep into the geopolitical implications of Russia's missile strategy, the hypocrisy of Western powers, and the growing threat of escalation as tensions rise globally. Discover why the RS-28 Sarmat is a game-changer in modern warfare and how it challenges the declining dominance of the USA, NATO, and the EU. Stay tuned for exclusive insights, astounding facts, and a comprehensive breakdown of the global shift from a unipolar to a multipolar world order. Don't miss this must-watch video on one of the most talked-about topics in geopolitics today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth geopolitical analysis. Russia's missile strategy and the geopolitical implications, a comprehensive analysis. The art of naming military equipment, especially missiles, has long been a strategic, symbolic, and psychological endeavor. For Russia, under the leadership of Vladimir Putin, this practice takes on a distinct character, often reflecting cultural and historical undertones that intimidate adversaries and inspire domestic confidence. The saga of Russia's missile programs, particularly the infamous RS-28 Sarmat or Satan II, provides a fascinating lens through which to examine the broader geopolitical realities of the modern world. This essay delves deeply into the missile's capabilities, its strategic implications, and the unfolding geopolitical drama in which Russia finds itself pitted against the West. The analysis also incorporates a critical evaluation of Western hypocrisy, declining global dominance, and the desperate measures employed by NATO, the EU, and the USA to retain influence in an increasingly multipolar world. The misnomer of Democracy West's declining hegemony. Before delving into the specifics of Russia's missile capabilities, it is essential to address the ideological and strategic motivations behind the current geopolitical climate. The West, led by NATO and the USA, often portrays itself as a bastion of democracy, freedom, and human rights. This narrative, however, is fraught with contradictions and outright hypocrisies. Historical colonialism, systemic racism, and exploitative global practices have left indelible scars across continents. Nations in Africa, Asia, and Latin America have long suffered under the guise of civilization, democracy, and economic development, a euphemism for plundering resources and suppressing sovereignty. The 21st century, however, has ushered in a shift. The unipolar world, dominated by the USA and its Western allies post-World War II, is rapidly transforming into a multipolar reality. Russia, China, and other emerging powers are challenging this narrative, and the West, desperate to maintain its dwindling supremacy, resorts to underhanded tactics. These include economic sanctions, political interference, and military alliances aimed at encircling perceived adversaries like Russia. The Ukraine conflict epitomizes this hypocrisy. On one hand, Western powers champion Ukraine as a defender of democracy. On the other, they ignore the neo-colonial tactics used in the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America. Russia's assertiveness, particularly through strategic assets like Satan II, is a response to this double standard, a stark reminder that the days of unchecked Western dominance are over. The symbolism and power of Satan II. The RS-28 Sarmat, ominously nicknamed Satan II by NATO, is more than just a missile. It is a symbol of Russia's defiance and technological prowess. With an operational range of approximately 18,000 kilometers, this intercontinental ballistic missile can strike virtually any point on Earth. Capable of carrying multiple warheads, including nuclear ones, the Satan II boasts cutting-edge hypersonic speed, ensuring it can evade even the most advanced missile defense systems employed by the West. Astounding facts about Satan II. 1. Destruction capacity. A single Satan II missile has the potential to destroy an area equivalent to the size of France or Texas. This immense destructive capability underscores its role as a strategic deterrent. 2. Hypersonic speed. The missile speed, which exceeds Mach 20, renders existing missile defense systems, like the USA's Patriot and THAAD systems, effectively obsolete. 3. Advanced countermeasures. The missile is equipped with advanced decoys and jamming technologies, ensuring that it can bypass detection and neutralization attempts. 4. Payload flexibility. Apart from carrying traditional nuclear warheads, the missile can deploy specialized payloads, such as hypersonic glide vehicles, which further enhance its unpredictability and lethality. The historical context of Russian missile development is quite fascinating. Russia's fascination with naming its missiles stems from both cultural and psychological factors. While some names, like Satan II, evoke fear and awe, others, such as the Poseidon underwater drone, reflect poetic creativity. This duality highlights Russia's intention to combine military might with symbolic storytelling. From Satan I to Satan II, the Satan II is the successor to the Soviet-era R-36M ICBM, which NATO had also nicknamed Satan. The R-36M, operational during the Cold War, symbolized Soviet strength against Western encirclement. The transition to Satan II reflects Russia's determination to not only preserve but also enhance its nuclear deterrence in the face of mounting Western aggression. Failures and triumphs. Despite its current prominence, the journey of Satan II has not been without setbacks. Early test failures, such as the destruction of a launch site due to an explosion, were widely mocked by Western media. However, Russia's resilience in overcoming these challenges underscores its commitment to mastering cutting-edge technology. Unlike the USA, whose defense programs are often marred by corruption and inefficiency, Russia has demonstrated a singular focus on achieving strategic parity and, in some cases, superiority. The hypocrisy of the West demonizing Russia's arsenal. While the West criticizes Russia for developing weapons like Satan II, it conveniently ignores its own arsenal of mass destruction. The USA, for instance, possesses the Minuteman III ICBM and the Trident II D5 missile, both of which are capable of catastrophic destruction. Moreover, the West's history of deploying nuclear weapons, such as the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, starkly contrasts with Russia's historically restrained approach. The NATO expansion myth. The West's narrative of NATO as a defensive alliance is another glaring hypocrisy. Since the fall of the Soviet Union, NATO has expanded eastward, encircling Russia and violating promises made during the reunification of Germany. This encroachment is a direct provocation, one that Russia has repeatedly warned against. The deployment of Satan II is thus a logical response to NATO's aggressive posture. Ukraine, a pawn in the geopolitical chessboard. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine is not merely a regional dispute, but a proxy war between Russia and the West. The USA and its allies, under the pretense of supporting democracy, have funneled billions of dollars in military aid to Ukraine, exacerbating the conflict. Russia in turn views this as an existential threat, particularly with rumors of NATO supplying Ukraine with nuclear-capable weapons. Putin's recent statements about the readiness of Satan II underscore Russia's resolve to defend its sovereignty and red lines. The Kremlin has made it clear that the deployment of nuclear weapons to Ukraine would cross a threshold, compelling a response of unprecedented magnitude. The dance with the devil global implications. The West's antagonistic approach has not only escalated tensions, but also pushed the world closer to a potential nuclear confrontation. The deployment of Satan II serves as a stark warning, a reminder that Russia possesses the means to retaliate against any existential threat. A multipolar future. Amidst this tension, one undeniable fact emerges. The unipolar world dominated by the USA and NATO is fading. Nations across Asia, Africa, and Latin America are increasingly aligning with Russia and China, rejecting the West's hypocritical moralizing. The BRICS alliance, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, and other platforms are reshaping global power dynamics, leaving the West increasingly isolated. The hypocrisy of free speech. The West's narrative of championing free speech and democracy rings hollow when viewed against its actions. From censoring dissenting voices in mainstream media to interfering in foreign elections, Western powers have repeatedly violated their own professed ideals. In contrast, Russia's assertiveness, though often portrayed as aggression, reflects a commitment to countering this duplicity. Conclusion: a world on the brink. The story of Satan II is not just about a missile. It is a narrative of resistance against hypocrisy, a declaration of sovereignty in an era of Western decline. As Russia continues to assert its place on the global stage, the West must confront its own contradictions. The days of unchecked dominance are over, and the world is moving toward a more balanced, multipolar order. In this context, the West's demonization of Russia and its missile programs is both hypocritical and futile. For Russia, weapons like Satan II are not just tools of war but symbols of a nation that refuses to bow to external pressures. The message is clear: a new era has begun, and the dance with the devil is far from over.